Okay, let's do this thing. NXT tonight. What do we got going on this show? Let's see. The Fallout show from NXT Takeover 36 last Sunday. What is really going on in NXT right now? As everybody's been talking about, there's going to be a lot of big changes and a revamp happening with NXT, which I believe these shows are taped apparently. So I don't even think they're going to be live. I heard there's going to be a lot of changes happening in the next few weeks. So I think the next 2-3 shows are supposedly taped and whatnot. But we did bring out Cameron Grimes and Ted DiBiase first, the new $1 million champion right now, as they talked about, why did Ted even show up here to NXT to begin with, and talking about he needed a man to continue the legacy of the $1 million man, and it had to be someone strong, someone that had to be strong in body, mind, and heart. And Grimes is no quitter, and he showed a lot of heart and whatnot to become the $1 million champion. And Grimes even said that, Ted, you drove me nuts when you first got here, but Ted said he did it on purpose to test you and whatnot. Cameron basically went on to say he was blind about all the money and the fame, but he was missing an accomplishment, he said. And recently, Ted put his trust into him. He helped him beat Eli Drake back at TakeOver. But now, where do they go now, huh? We're going to go straight to the moon, baby, to the moon. And then they shut out all these Cameron Grimes bucks since the money wasn't even real anyways. All the money was there, folks. All the Cameron Grimes money. So, basically, what was the point of all this? Just a little bit of a feel-good, I guess, to, kind of close out this little story and whatnot. But, yeah, Ted got himself a new ringmaster right there. So, yeah, the $1 million title thing, this was, I guess, the way to end off the whole thing and whatnot. So, where do they go on from here? I don't know, but they said straight to the moon. Rich Holland went against Timothy Thatcher, probably the hardest hitting match of the night, which was very enjoyable too. I did like this match a lot. Both of these guys beat the hell out of each other and whatnot. Thatcher, they tried to get him into the half crab, but Holland got out of there and hit him with a big jackhammer for the win. Holland then attacked Thatcher right after the bell. Then Ciampa tried to get in the ring and go after both Pete Dunne and Holland in. But next, Oni Lorcan and a returning Danny Burch is back. Danny Burch was back now. Basically, they all start jumping Ciampa in. They beating up Ciampa in the ring, but Thatcher ended up getting back up, going after Rich Holland. Pete Dunne tried to get involved. That got involved. I think what's his name? Holland there used his little baton thing and hit Thatcher with it, and then hit him in the throat. Then as the heel stood tall. So the original Pat McAfee group is finally all together before Holland got hurt. Because if we remember when they were going against the Undisputed Era, it was Lord Cam, Burch, Dunn, and Holland, but Holland got hurt. So Pat McAfee there ended up having to be his own replacement in the team. So this was the original team. Very stiff guys. This can make a good stable right here, right now. Don't know a name for them, but they are, all these guys, very stiff in the ring, very sound. So this is a very strong team when you look at it. But yeah, Danny Burch is back, though, ever since the guy got injured. So good on him being back. Arash Markazi interview Carmelo Hayes in the finals of the Breakout tournament tonight. Somebody's faced bigger opponents all the way just to get himself here, but he's been called an underdog. He never saw it like that. He says he's the overdog, okay? It took hard work and perseverance to get him to this spot. And, him facing another big guy like Odyssey there, Odyssey's strength is his speed for being a 405, pound plus man and whatnot. But he's not going to give him head himself and everything because the next time you see him, he will have NXT Gold, as Hayes called himself. Index or Dexter and Indy right there basically announced the wedding date of September 14th. So get ready for that. Get ready for that since they're already engaged now after one date. The wedding will happen at that time. So we'll see what happens. Casey Catanzaro and Caden Carter went against Gigi Dolan and JC Jane. A good tag match, I will say. Obviously, they've been trying to do a lot of some vignettes in the past couple of weeks with both Dolan and Jane out there. Catanzaro and Caden got the win, which I kind of expected and whatnot. Well, I did expect it, but at the same time, got a new team, which ain't really a lot of teams around here in this division anyway. So, even my friend Steven says it's like literally two teams right now. And if they're not a real team, they're most likely a makeshift team. Right after, though, as they're walking away, Mandy Rose basically said, "Come with me if you don't really want to lose again," or something like that. Which, when you think about it, what is Mandy Rose? What was Mandy Rose a veteran all of a sudden now? Like, you think about what has Mandy Rose really done at this point to really be, even be leading a stable, and now she's going to be the one to help, bring them wins now? That's a very good question, because I don't, excuse me, I don't see where they are going to well, I said, why should they listen to her? That's the thing. Because I sit there, I look at Mandy Rose, like, what has she really done the past few years to make her some sort of a veteran or a manager, or that she's going to lead people to tag team gold or become a dominant force now? When you kind of look at what she has done on the main roster, now she's supposed to be the leader of a stable now. Not sure where this is really going to go, but it's obviously getting Gigi Dolan and JC Jane some type of a push right now. So we'll see what goes on with that. Raquel Gonzalez talked about her match with Dakota Kai, saying that, she doesn't think Kai, she's not going to let Kai, anyone come after her title. Chiquita says that a lot. And then she talked about Kaylee Ray showing up, and that Kaylee Ray trying to take her spotlight. Next thing you know, Taya showed up with Jesse Kamei and Robert Stone, saying that, I don't wait in line for the NXT Women's title. Which hopefully they do something with Taya, because her booking has been odd, and I have no idea what they've been doing with her. If she's not in these undercard comedy matches, she's taking L's at the same time too. So I don't know what the booking is going on with Taya right now. Hopefully she is in the title picture, or at least at a higher spot of the card here, because I don't even understand what's going on with her and her booking. Very strange. I know they had interviewed Odyssey Jones talking about how, he went from college football to wrestling and whatnot, and talk about, it's his game plan. Tonight it's like every other night. Be the best man can be out there. So it's a different feel now from taking off the football helmet. It's a complete odyssey, basically. That's where he gets his name from. But, he said that Carmelo Hayes is his toughest opponent yet. Kaylee Ray went against Valencia Faraz. I thought this was a Fabi Apache discount wrestler right here. Kaylee Ray got the win, squash match. So I don't know much about Kaylee Ray. I know she was the NXT Women, UK Women's Champion. I did see her at the War Games match back in Chicago a couple years ago. Back in 2019. So I don't know much about her, but I've seen her wrestle a few times here and there. Then again, I don't watch the UK show a lot, so I can't really, say that much. Samoa Joe came out, the new NXT champion. Talk about how he defeated Cross, and now he's the first ever 3-time NXT champion. And, it should be time for a celebration, but it's not going to be a celebration. He knows once you get this title, he learned that, you have to be a king in a land of savages right now. Because handshakes become colder, stares become bolder, and someone's going to show up right now to come and challenge me. Pete Dunne showed up then, and, basically once again have another stare down with Samoa Joe. How many times, you're going to know the truth and whatnot. He said he doesn't care about how many times Joe has had that title. He says he's the baddest man around here. Pete Dunne asked, Joe, fine, we're going to book a match for that title. Next, Eli Drake came out. Dummies. Basically, it could be a lot of fear going through your spine right now when you come across LA Knight. And, it's going to be a tingle in your loins and whatnot. So I need to be the first challenger for that title right now. Just almost turned into a main roster segment. Kyle O'Reilly showed up then, saying he should get a title shot since he won the whole Undisputed finale and whatnot. And before he could really say anything else, getting a title shot, O'Reilly and them getting attacked behind by Rich Holland. Lorcan and Burch end up getting involved then. Ciampa end up, take out Lorcan and Burch from Samoa Joe and whatnot. Next thing you know, I guess everybody was out of the ring. I think not Lorcan and Burch, but Holland and Pete Dunne looked on. Joe and Ciampa stood tall for a second. Ciampa did look at Joe for a minute. Could he be going after the title too? I'm sure he wants Goldie back at some point in time. So there you go. Cameron Grimes and Ted DiBiase were leaving the building. Grimes wanted to give the belt back to Ted DiBiase, saying, this is your legacy, not mine. But Ted said, you deserve this. And he gave him the $1 million title, but it wasn't the real $1 million title. The title felt fake, and it was a replica title from WWEshop.com. So he didn't even give him the real $1 million title and drove off. Kyle O'Reilly tried to say something until Duke Hudson showed up and ended up taunting him. Next thing you know, they had a brawl and they pulled both back. William Regal was out there to watch the finals of the Breakout tournament between Carmelo Hayes and Odyssey Jones. Solid match. I figured Carmelo Hayes was gonna win. I feel like Hayes had to carry this match at the same time too, but Hayes did get the win right here. Getting a big roll up onto Odyssey. So Hayes did win this tournament, which I kind of saw winning this tournament. Like I said, this guy is good, real good. All right, and he won, and Ringo handed him the prize and the contract to face whatever champion he wants to face, and he congratulated Jones on a very good match, but it's too early to pick an opponent right now. But when he makes that choice, and when he calls his shot eventually, when he calls a shot, he does not miss. So Hayes will be a mystery for a while to see who he will pick. Whatever NXT champion around here he picks, or whatever belt that's around this company. So we'll see what happens. Next, though, I think I know they went to Pete Dunne, Ridge Holland, Lord Cannon Burch. Lord Cannon Burch won the tag team titles back since they never lost the belt, so they said they're coming after MSK, but they're gonna be Holland says he's coming after Ciampa first next week. Boa went against Zion Quinn. Quinn won after what is with this Boa thing? I don't get it. And then it's like they showed the Tien shot thing. Whoever holding the hand up with the Tongan death grip, and then have the mystical power, and Quinn just runs the other way. But Boa, I have no idea what's going on with this. Like, I thought it didn't make any sense that he needed help to beat Spud a few weeks ago. Now he lost in under a minute. I know Zia Lee must be hurt, I guess, after that whole match with Gonzalez, and she's out of commission apparently. But yeah, this whole Boa thing by himself is definitely not working, and he kind of looks like an idiot out there. So where is this going? I don't understand what was going on. I didn't make any sense. Malcolm Bivens in the back kind of promo talking about Kushida's ducking Roderick Strong. So we're going to have another, open challenge. And he just lose an open challenge. So where's Kushida, by the way, anyways? In the main event, though, Hit Row went against Legado del Fantasma. Crazy six-man tag, I will say that. All over the place. Obviously, Legado had to win here because they get their asses kicked almost every week in this feud. And it's become very, very one-sided. So they had to get a win right here. Now, B-Fab didn't get involved in, pushing, Escobar to the ring post. But next thing you know, Electro Lopez showed up. Ended up him B-Fab with a pipe to the gut. Tossed the pipe to Swerve in the ring, which is kind of like an idiot for just holding the pipe for almost a minute and a half staring at it. And then Escobar ended up rolling him up for the win. So I guess Escobar will get a title shot at the North American title at some point. But yeah, it's going to be Swerve versus Escobar for the title. So get ready for that. But obviously, Legado del Fantasma, like I said, they needed a big win. I guess with Electro Lopez, I guess part of the whole, team now and whatnot. We'll see what happens with this, because obviously the numbers game were against them, and they've been getting beat down almost every week by Hit Row. So, yeah, maybe this will be changing things now. The numbers games are even, so we'll see where this whole Hit Row Legado thing goes, but it's going to be Escobar and Swerve for the North American title at some point in time, okay? But other than that, though, that's my review of NXT. Good Fallout show, I should say, after TakeOver and whatnot. Obviously, we won't be seeing Cross anymore. I don't think we'll be seeing Cross anymore on this show since he's mostly on the main roster. But yeah, Joe, I guess, having potential opponents. Yeah, just a lot of Fallout stuff. Carmelo Hayes winning the Breakout tournament was real good, too. Hit Row and Legado was not a bad match. Like I said, Legado needed to win, and they got a new member now. So, yeah, a lot of somewhat stuff going on in this show from the Fallout tonight, okay? But, oh, yeah, and Danny Burch being back, too. Let's not forget about him. He's been gone for a long time, so Burch is back in the game also. So, yeah, other than that, I'm out of here. See you guys later. Peace. Comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at Hood9090. I always forget about that sometimes, too. Now, peace.